There's so many issues, man. What do you do? See, this puts somebody in a situation to where I can't really talk to somebody who's ever been in this situation, because it's like, what do you want, and what's happened, and then what protects me? Because it's like a double-edged sword. The private company said, well, done. The government intrusion is for something good. Okay, what is it? Define it. Uh, because the good would be going back and saying, I want the conversation on that, and I want the authenticity of what I said and what that individual said. Let's go back to that. But then I would have to release each conversation legally, or it'll be an invasion of privacy. So they would say, well, okay, I'm identifying a situation. I want to release that conversation. Then that would be a good government intrusion. The bad government intrusion could be the myriad of bad government intrusion that you could think of that could happen on a specific any specific incident, man. Which is what I don't want. I don't want the government intruding so that they can harm the citizen using anybody as an accessory, and the person could be used unwittingly as an accessory, just like my example of a store taking water, putting it outside, it gets really hot, releasing a chemical from the plastic into the water. The store doesn't know. It's not labeled on the water bottle. That rests on the manufacturer, not the store. The store is not common knowledge. The store is unwitting to it. Either they are or they're not. But if they're not, if they know, then they would have to reasonably put the water inside the store and not get it to a temperature that's hot that could release a harmful chemical. So I'm trying to talk this out so someone listening to me can say, okay, I can understand my logic of what is an accessory and the intent. Using that scenario is a good example of that. Everybody could be an unwitting accessory saying, well, I didn't know this, and I didn't know that. This is what I said, this is what I did, this is why I said this. This is that conversation, and this is what happened. So I want to know who everybody is, man. And then, because if you have government intrusion, you have people changing their story, you have information that gets interchanged, information that gets deleted, and it's just something that's never been there. They'll try to, the government intruder can listen to my story and say, okay, let's sync everything to make it right there, like what he's saying. You can easily do that because you have the government intrusion. They might be able to just easily do that anyways, but they would, without the private business knowing. So then what are the safeguards to information? And then the conversations between me and who I'm talking to. Remember, if I'm discussing every incident, I want it released to a human rights lawyer and that kind of thing. It wants to protect me from harm, not to harm me further, obviously. And then what is authentically said? That kind of thing. Yeah, there's so many things. So I had, and I'm gonna do that I have, there's so many issues. I'll be late. I mean, I want to eat. It's 8:32. I want to eat and try to enjoy my day. My arm's going a little bit numb right now. I'm feeling numbness in my arm. My heart's decent. See, right here, I can feel it feels heavy, it feels big, it feels like my hand's big. It feels like my hand's huge. But it's not asleep, if that makes sense. My hand's not asleep. It's a little bit of numbness. It feels like it's really big, my hand. And this is like, I just feel like a big hand is touching my hand, man. I don't feel pain anywhere in my hand, so I'm just saying how I'm feeling. So then, again, guys, I have so many situations, so many questions, and not knowing any of the answers. And again, if you're a private business and I'm talking about the situation, get to the bottom of it. Know that, is it your employer? Where's the government intrusion? I can understand you're either unwitting or that you're forced to comply legally because someone is saying this is lawful. You have to do this. I just want to know answers that are authentic. And that kind of thing,